Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I have a layout for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and this was from day 10, and I believe it was from Frances West, and if I remember I will put the sketch, it was at the beginning of the video, but I'll try to put it in the corner. And this sketch had this really fun pattern of all of these squares of pattern paper. And it was really fun, and I knew that it would be perfect to use a 6x6 paper pad to create the 2x2 squares, which is what I ended up cutting, and allow me to use multiple pattern papers. So for this I am using the Wildwood collection from Rosie's Studio, and so that is where all the papers and all the embellishments are going to be from. And I took several, let me see, there's 5 different patterns that I pulled for the squares, and I'm just going to lay them out here. I did start with a piece of green cardstock that is from the cardstock pack from Rosie's Studio, and then just took a piece of white cardstock, added a little bit of ink. I believe that was Uncharted Mariner is what I used for both the splatters and the Distress Oxide to just add some color to my background. Most of it gets covered up because, again, I'm using these fun squares of pattern paper, and so I have that matted already, and then I'm laying out my squares so that you can see me building the pattern. I am going to go off camera and glue all of these down because it is a little bit fiddly. I do leave this in so you can kind of see it being built, but I do go off camera, glue these all down, and then when I come back we'll actually embellish and put the layout together. And so I'm just going to finish laying out all of these squares. All I'm trying to do is get a good mix up of the patterns. I don't want to have two of the same pattern beside each other, so that's really all I'm aiming to do, is just make sure that they're spaced out enough that no two are right beside each other, and I get a good variety of patterns. So I kind of went with the blues and the wood grain, and then a floral pattern paper from this collection, from that 6x6. And then I did got the center of that cardstock, so I'm going to use that to map my two photos. I have another of the 6x6 pattern papers. It had actually foxes on it. It's hard to tell because I've cut it down and it's covered most of them, but there are little foxes on that paper. And then I did back it with the green. So that brings in the green cardstock from the background, and then the other colors kind of bring everything together. So you see I have two photos, and I do believe, I don't have the sketch in front of me, I think the sketch had two photos as well. Mine are larger than the ones in the sketch, but essentially I have my two photos, and the title I think in the sketch is a little bit higher, on the page than what I have for my title placement, but I did like it laying sort of on top of my photo. I will tell you, when I go to glue this down, I am going to lift my photos up, so they're going to be with some fun foam, and then that allows me to lift my title as well. So you don't see that because I glue it all down off camera, but I do have some dimension on the page by adding that little bit of dimension. But basically I'm going to have, I think my clusters are pretty much in the same locations as the sketch. So this one is definitely, I think I followed the sketch pretty closely. It's pretty much exactly like the sketch, except for the fact that I think my photos are larger, and I probably have a larger set of embellishment clusters than what maybe the sketch is showing. But I'm just taking bits and pieces. These, like I said, are all from that same collection, that Wildwood collection. And I'm just creating some embellishment clusters. And the title is even from the Sentiments ephemera pack, I think is what they call it. And so I have my title, which is Adventure Awaits, up there. And then I loved this collection, and I knew I wanted to use it because it had a bear puffy sticker in it. And I think there is also a bear postage stamp sticker that I'm also going to use. So I thought it was perfect. I couldn't resist using it, considering these pictures are of a black bear when we went to the zoo. And so I thought this is like the perfect collection. It's got those sort of nature themes, sort of woodland kind of colors, and then of course all the animals. There are some foxes in this collection, as well as, like I said, that bear. So it worked out perfect. So I'm just going through all of the embellishments. When I bought this collection, I bought the sort of collection pack. So I have everything that goes with it. So I have the stickers, the chipboard, the ephemera pack, the sentiment ephemera pack, the 6x6, and sort of the enamel phrase, and the letter stickers. So I'm kind of just going through. I had picked a few things out to start, and now I'm just kind of going through, and that's what you see me kind of trying to decide if there's any other puffy sticker. Typically I try to put one in each embellishment cluster. It does not happen on this one. I really just have the bear, I think, is the only thing I end up using. And then I keep auditioning stickers, trying to see if I like any of the additional stickers, just to build up the clusters some more. Ultimately, I don't believe I decide to use any more of the stickers. I end up just going with, I think there's a circle sticker, and then there might be one other, the bear sticker, and that's about it. I also wanted to pull in these, they're not enamel, they're like a puffy, but they're like a stiff puffy alpha, and these have the sort of same floral pattern as what the 6x6 pattern paper I was using. So I'm just going to spell out the word black bear, just because I thought that was fun and I could use some of these little letter stickers. So I am just going to place that down. I am not getting this on straight, but off camera I do sort of straighten everything up. So once I have that down, I glue everything else down for this layout, and basically I didn't get a chance to turn the camera back on, but the only other thing I added were some of the sort of faux enamel dots that they have on the sticker sheet with the titles, and you see those here in the close-ups. Don't forget to check out the playlist and go see what everyone else is creating this month. And with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.